Hate is a strong word, but I don't think I ever understood the meaning of hate until I tried LeetCode. That's why I haven't touched it for about 6 months after trying like one or two questions that were labeled easy. They were not easy. This was like in my infant stages of Python learning, but everyone was saying this was like the place to be. Go to LeetCode and you'll become a Python god. So I was like, all right, I got completely destroyed. My confidence like depleted by at least 100 points. My social credit went down. To make things worse, I started getting recommended videos of like what looked to be a 3-year old just completely manhandling these leak code problems. And I couldn't even wrap my head around an easy one. Today, I'm coming back with vengeance. I am figuring out a leak code problem if it kills me. Either I'm figuring it out or it's figuring me out. All right, I'm already lost here. I'm already lost, and I'm in the menu. Let's try this one. Palindrome number. Let's get to it, baby. Palindrome number. Let's see if we can do it. Control X. Palindrome.
The problem palindrome number.
Yeah. All right, buddy. So that made absolutely no sense. I have no idea what that guy was talking about. I think we're gonna find a little less of a mathy question. So we're just gonna try with number one. All right. We're starting with number one. I tried this before, and I almost threw my monitor outside of the window. But we're going to try it again because we prevail. So, given an array of integers or nums and an integer target, return indices of the two numbers such that they add up to the target. Okay. So in the example here we have they use 2, 7, 11, and 15 and their target is 9. Okay. So in the array here, this this represents 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So 0 and 1 in the array equal 9 because 0 is 2 and 1 is 7. 2 plus 7 is 9. Quick disclaimer, boys and girls. This actually took me about 3 hours to figure this shit out. Basically researching the whole time. So while you're watching this, don't think I'm a smart guy and I got through this quick. This took me quite a while. One tip I'd give to you if you're trying to leak code, try not to get discouraged. Like honestly, it's probably the most rage-inducing thing I've ever done in my life. But just do your research and go by it step by step, and don't really mind the time how long you're taking to do it. The first thing I kind of knew is I was going to have to start with a loop of some sort. So I got that written down. And obviously, I am going to have to add two numbers to be able to check if they equal the target. And then I'm going to end up having to return something. So I kind of got the blueprints ready without kind of knowing what to do after that. That was good for me as of my first step. After a little big brain thinking, I realized I'm going to need two loops here because I'm going to need to take the first number in the index and I'm going to have to add it to the second number and so on. I then realized once we add 2 by everything, and once we add 7 by everything, and then once we add 11 by everything, then we don't even need 15 because 15 is already accounted for as it's been added to by everything. So we need to make a range and we're going to have to take away 1 from the length of the index so then we don't loop through 15 again and start adding it to things we don't need to. So for the inner loop, just be we're going to start right after A. This is because we don't want to add the same number to itself. And we also don't want to check pairs we've already checked. So think of it like this. If A is at position 0, B is going to go from position 1 all the way to the end. And if A ends up moving to position 1 in the next part of the loop, B now starts at position 2 and loops to the end. And then that's how it goes until the pair is found. So now that I have all of that and basically the blueprints fully of the problem, the hardest part is now figuring out the logic and how I'm going to add that into both of the loops, which I find to be the biggest problem for me, is just sitting there like testing logic. Oh my God, it grinds my gears, man. At first, I could not get the loops down. I did like 5 test cases and they were all failing. It's because I wasn't offsetting the second loop. So sometimes it was adding the same number to itself or it was actually skipping pairs. So I realized the inner loop has to start one after the outer loop. After that, I tested her and she worked, baby. Woo! I was fucking pumped, man. I spent so long on this damn question. Holy. Anyway, boys, that's all she wrote from me before I jump out the window, my 2-story room. I'm going to end the video there. Let me know if you enjoyed it so I can do more leak code problems and torture myself. The only way I'm going to do it is if it's for you guys. So let me know in the comments if you want more. Peace out, yeah.